Shanti, Om Shanti. Today, 12th December 2024, Morning Murli, Baptada Madhuban. Essence, sweet children, there is an unlimited income to be earned by studying. The study of that is Father teaches you. Therefore, continue to study well and never allow the link of your study to break. Question: which point of yours are laughed at by those who have non-living intellects at the time of destruction? Answer: when you tell them that the time of destruction is very close, they laugh at you. You know that the Father will not just continue to sit here, it is the Father's duty to make you pure. When you have become pure, this old world will be destroyed and new one will become. The war ahead is for destruction. When you are deities, you cannot enter this duty iron age world. Om Shanti. The spiritual father sits here and explains to you, spiritual children. You children understand that you became totally senseless and that it was Maya, Ravan, that made you senseless. You children also understand that because the new world has to be established, the Father definitely has to come here. There is the picture of the Trimurti, the three deities, on which it is written: creation through Brahma, sustenance through Vishnu, and destruction through Sankar. Because their father is Karan Karavanhar, it is he is only one who acts as also inspires others to act. Therefore, whose name should be put first? The name of the one who acts should come before the name of one through whom he acts. This is why he is called Karan Karavanhar. He establishes the new world through Brahma. You children also know that our new world, the cycle that is now being established, is called the deity world. Only in the golden age are there deities. No other beings can be called deities. Ordinary human beings do not exist there. Only the deity religion, no other religion exists here. There it is now in your or your consciousness that you really were deities. There are also the signs of that. Those of Islam as well as the Buddhist and the Christians, etc., all have their own signs. At the time when we ruled our kingdom, there were no other religions, whereas at present there are the other religions, but our deity religions doesn't exist. There are many good words in this Gita. The people do not understand the real meaning of them. The Father says, at the time of destruction, there are those whose intellects have no love and those who have loving intellects. Destruction has to take place at this time. The Father comes at the conference age when change takes place. He gives you children everything new in return. He is the goldsmith, the laundryman, and also the businessman. Very few children do this business with the Father. There is a lot of profit to be made in this business. There is also a lot of profit in studying. There is a saying, knowledge is the source of income. This is an income that lasts for birth after birth. So study this knowledge very well. The knowledge that I teach you is very easy. You simply have to understand that it for 7 days and you may then go wherever you like. This study will continue to be sent to you. You will continue to receive the murli so that your link of studying is never broken. This link is of souls with the supreme soul. Okay, Baba. There is a saying in this Gita: those whose intellects have no love at the time of destruction are destroyed, whereas those whose intellects do have are victorious. You know that old human beings continue to be bite and hurt one another at the present time. No one ever as much vice or anger as they have now. It has been remembered that Draupadi is called out to God. The Father has explained that all of you are Draupadis. These are the virgins of God. The Father says, children, I do not now indulge in vice. I am taking you to heaven. You simply have to remember me, your Father. It is now the time of destruction, therefore no one listens to anyone, but everyone continues to fight with one another. No matter how much you tell them to remain peaceful, they won't. They leave their children behind and go to war. So many people continue to die. Human beings have no value. Any value, any praise belongs to the deities. You are now making effort to become like them. In fact, praise is even greater than that of the deities. The Father is now teaching you such an elevated study. Those who are studying are the end of their many births and have become totally tamopradhan. However, I am constantly satopradhan. The Father says, I have come as the obedient servant of you. Just think about this. You have to become a dirty and ugly. Only the Father comes and makes you clean and beautiful. God sits here and teaches you human beings and makes you so elevated. The Father himself says, I come at the end of your many births in order to change you all from Tamopradhan to Sadopradhan. I am now teaching you. The Father says, I made you into the residents of heaven. How did you become residents of hell? He who made you into those There is a saying that anyone with a non living intellect is destroyed at the time of destruction, and anyone with a loving intellect is victorious at the time of destruction. To the extent that your intellects have love, that is, to the extent that you remain in the deep remembrance, to that extent you will benefit. That is that battlefield. No one knows which war has been mentioned in the Gita, and so they speak of a war between the Kauravas and Pandavas. There is a Kaurava community and there is a Pandava community, but there is no war between them. Pandavas are those who know the father and whose intellects have love for the father. Kauravas are those whose intellects have no love for the father. These words are very good and worth understanding. It is now the confidence age. You children know that the new world is now being established. You have to use your intellects to understand everything. The world has now grown so much. There will be very few human beings in the golden age. First, the tree is small and then that tree grows large. As no one understand that this is an inverted tree of human being. It is also called the kalpa tree. You do need to have this knowledge of the tree. Knowledge of every other tree is very easy to understand, and you can quickly speak about it. The knowledge of this tree is also so easy. However, this tree is a human tree. Human beings have no knowledge of their own tree. That they say God is the creator, therefore he must definitely be the loving being. The Father is the truth, the living being, and the ocean of knowledge. No one understands which knowledge it is that He has. The Father is the living being, is the seed. All the creation is created by Him. The Father sits here and explains that human beings do not know about their own tree, but they know very well about other tree. If the seeds of those trees were living, they would tell you about themselves, but they are non-living trees. You children now know the secrets of Creator and creation. He is the truth, the living being, the ocean of knowledge. Because he is the living being, he is able to talk to you. It is said that human body is so valuable that it is impossible to put its value into words. The Father sits and explains these things to you. You are Rup Besant, an embodiment of yoga, showers wells of knowledge. The Father is the ocean of knowledge. You gain these wells from him. These wells are the jewels of knowledge, and it is by taking these wells that you receive plenty of the other jewels. Just look how many jewels Lakshmi and Narayan have. They reside in the palace studded with diamonds and jewels. The very name is heaven, and you become the master of it. When a poor person suddenly wins a big lottery, he goes crazy. The Father says, you receive the sovereignty of the world, and so Maya causes you so much opposition. As you make progress, you will see how Maya swallows even very good children. The sea swallows them whole. You must have seen how snakes catch hold of frogs. Just as the alligator completely eats up the elephant, similarly the snake swallows up the whole frog. Maya is also the same. She catches hold of some children alive and completely finishes them off so that they never even mention the name of the Father again. You have very little power of yoga. Everything depends on the power of yoga. Just as snake swallows a frog, so you children swallows the whole sovereignty. You can claim the sovereignty of the world in a second. The Father gives you so many easy ways to follow. You do not have any weapons, etc. The Father adorns you with the weapons of this knowledge and yoga, which is why the deities are portrayed with physical weapons. You children now say, just look what we have become from what we were. Say what you want. We know that that is what we were like. Although you are human beings, so you do have some virtues as well as defects. Only the deities have divine virtues. This is why the people sing the praise of their idols in front of them. You are full of all virtues and completely viceless, whereas we are completely virtueless. We have no virtues at all. At present, the whole world population is without virtue. This means that there is no one with a single divine virtue. They do not know the Father, the one who teaches divine virtues, and so they call those whose intellects have no love at the time of destruction. Destruction does have to take place at the confluence age when the new world is created and the old world is destroyed. This is called the time of destruction. This is the final destruction. There will then be no wars, etc., for half a cycle. Those people do not know anything, since there are those whose intellects have no love at the time of destruction. They definitely be the destruction of the old world. So many calamities are happening in this old world. People just continue to die. The Father tells you about the state of the world at this time. There is a great deal of difference between the state of Bharat today and the state of Bharat tomorrow. Today you can see what I like, but there, where will you be tomorrow? You children know that the new world is very small at first. The palaces there are studded with many diamonds and jewels, etc. Your temples on the path of devotion are no less. There will not be just the one temple to Somnath. Someone would have built a temple, and then when others saw, they would have built many more. So much was looted from the Somnath temple. Then they sat and created their own memorial. They studded with the walls with gems, etc. What value would those gems have had? Even a small diamond now costs so much. When Baba was a jeweler, a diamond of even one rashi or 11 rashis to 1 gram would cost 90 rupees. That would now cost thousands of rupees. It is impossible now to find one. Their value has increased so much. The foreign land had so much wealth at this time. Compared to the golden age, all the present wealth of the foreign land is nothing. The father says all of them now have known loving intellects at this time of destruction. When you tell people that the time of destruction is so close, they laugh at you. The father says, for how much longer would I remain sitting here? I have no pleasure in sitting here. I neither experience happiness nor I experience sorrow. My duty is simply to purify you. That is why you were like that. This is what you have now become. You now have to become elevated as they are. You do not you do know that you are going to become like them. You have now understand that you were members of the deity clan, that you had your kingdom and that you then lost your kingdom and other kingdom came. This cycle is now coming to an end. You now understand that this cycle is not a matter of hundreds of thousands of years. This war is to be for destruction. When you are there, you will die in a great comfort. There will be no difficulty whatsoever. When you are there, you will die in a great comfort. There will be no difficulty whatsoever. There will not be any hospitals, etc., who would work there and serve others or even cry. This custom doesn't exist there. Their death takes place very easily here. People experience great sorrow when they die. Because you have seen plenty of happiness, you also have to see plenty of sorrow. It is here that rivers of blood will flow. They think that this war will quinton down, but it is not going to quinton down. There is a saying, joy for the hunter and death for the prey. When you are distressed, you cannot enter this dirty iron aged world. The Gita says, God speaks, you have to see destruction as well as establishment. Some of you have had vision of this. Have you not? At the end, you will have visions of what so and so will become. Then at the moment they cry and repeat a great deal and experience a lot of punishment. They will cry about their fortune. Repent. What would you be able to do at that time? This is a lottery for 21 births. You do remember all of this, do you not? No one can experience punishment without first having visions of what he did. There will be the tribunal. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now from children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, the Baba. The spiritual father says the master to spiritual children, the spiritual children says the master to the spiritual father. Essence, imbibe the jewels of this knowledge and become Roop and Vasant. Use the jewels of knowledge you are given to win the lottery of sovereignty of the world. At this time of destruction, you must have love for the Father and stay in remembrance of the One. You must not act in any way for which you would have to repent at the end and cry about your fortune. Blessing, may you be constantly loving and thereby receive the blessing of the flying stage, thereby become carefree with your victory guaranteed. Repeat, may you be constantly loving and thereby receive the blessing of the flying stage, thereby becoming carefree with your victory guaranteed. Loving children receive the blessing of the flying stage from Bap Dada. You can reach Bap Dada in a second with the flying stage, no matter in what form Maya comes, and she will not even be able to touch you. No shadow of Maya can go under God's canopy of protection. Love transforms effort into entertainment. Love enable you to experience victory, to be guaranteed in every action, and so you loving should children remain carefree at every moment. Slogan, remain constantly unshakable and with the awareness of nothing new, and you will continue to be dance in happiness. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.